Oh, baby.
I hope you're well rested. Taking your vitamins. Drink plenty of water. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the pregame show. Let's go. Oh, man. Nuggets, Jazz, a little Rocky Mountain showdown. 8 p.m. start. Late game. Wednesday night. Hump day. We got all kinds of things going on. Feels good to be back, man.
Does it?
I missed you guys.
I missed you guys.
You know what's crazy? I missed you guys. It's crazy. I'm sick of you all the time, and then I go away for a few days and I miss you.
You sick of us yet?
Not yet, but see how this game goes tonight. Great show for you lined up. I hope everybody, I'm serious, got your rest. Ate your Wheaties, because if you thought the narrative swings for the first 40 games of the year were big,
Oh boy.
buckle up. The next 11 games, chock full of narrative stories. It is going to be a roller coaster of emotions for all of us here over the next stretch. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about Netflix has a new show about NBA players. Did they cast the right people? I think not. We're going to recast it to make it even better. And then, of course, we're going to talk some Nuggets Jazz to help me out. Harrison Wind.
Well, you know I'm a man who loves narratives.
You do.
And I'm pleased to inform you that Nikola Jokic got a haircut before tonight's game.
Yes. Dude, we know haircut Jokic is a thing.
That's why we call you Narrison Wind over there.
What a big... We know
Just
he's going
introducing a new narrative into the show rundown.
He's going off. It's in the cards. Over here, D-Line Co.
I'm not rested. I didn't eat my Wheaties. I'm emotionally ill-prepared for all of this. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to need help.
Yeah.
I'm going to need help from a lot of people.
He's not joking. Over there, we've got Superstar Dev.
I'm excited about this stretch, and I'm excited for this game. I do hate that it's very late on what was a very long day, but we're here. We're ready for the ride.
The greatest thing is that Dev is wearing a nice-looking shirt, but it's like half pajamas. It's just like a fuzzy fleece shirt. He's ready for bed.
I'm ready.
That does look cozy, man.
It looks cozy as
It makes me
hell.
like pet Dev.
I don't think he'd like that.
You don't think so?
No,
All
I
right,
don't.
then maybe I won't. Nuggets Jazz, we got to start off with that. Nuggets are in Utah for a little road game against the Utah Jazz. What do you got for us, Wind?
The red-hot Utah Jazz, they've won 8 of their last 10. They're on a 2-game winning streak. They beat the 76ers,
What?
no Embiid, and the Bucks.
What?
And over this 10-game stretch, they're the 11th best offense, 7th best defense. They've got 7 guys averaging in double figures, so they're hot right now. One of the hottest teams in the league, playing like a full 10-man rotation with just a bunch of guys who have been playing good basketball. So it should be an interesting game from that standpoint. It should be an interesting game as well because the Nuggets, I don't know if you guys knew this, have lost 11 of their last 15 true road games in Utah, dating back to 2014. That includes a 1-11 record, a minus 34 plus minus, and they're averaging a double-digit loss in Utah when Nikola Jokic plays. The one win, of course, we know what that was.
The 7.
Yes.
That's the one win?
Yeah.
Did you know that?
No, that's comforting and alarming.
That's really alarming. I suddenly feel
that
terrible about
crazy?
this game tonight. This is going to be a tough one.
I already felt bad about it, but you just got to remember how rough it is for Denver and Utah. And that's a random team for you to struggle against. Like, I do know it like dates back to like the days of like Donovan Mitchell and Gobert, but you just expect for them to like match up a lot of those times. So I'm sure that there was a lot of narratives in those games or guys missing or things like that, but this is an important one because you want to get over that hump.
Yeah, Utah's just a tough place. It's just like everybody in the NBA talks about how tough it is to win Utah. Like somehow the fans are closer to the.
They are. The arena, I mean, it's only has basketball games played there. So it's just built differently. And
It's built different.
Built different.
It's really loud.
Does it have that dog in it?
No.
Is it him?
It's built different, though.
Yeah, is the stadium him? Wow. All right. Well, it's built different, though.
Yeah.
All right. What else you got for us?
Regular starters for the Nuggets tonight: Jamal Murray, KCP, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Nikola Jokic. I'm curious to see who the Jazz start, though. They have been starting a smaller front court with Lauri Markkanen at the 5, next to John Collins. We wonder if maybe they slide Walker Kessler into the starting lineup tonight with Nikola Jokic there. But I have not seen a starting lineup for Utah yet.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Who do you, we got to ask ourselves now.
Okay.
Who do we think eats tonight?
Who eat? Not pizza. Don't eat pizza in Utah.
Why is that?
The Last Dance taught us that much.
Oh, yeah, The Last Dance did teach us that. Of course, presented by Circle K, as always. We got to ask. Dev, I'll start with you. Who do you think eats tonight for the Nuggets?
This is hard because, I mean, you want Jamal to be consistent, and that's been like the biggest piece is him not putting it together multiple games in a row. But he has had the opportunity. He has taken shots, and he's the guy that they seem to be, running through right now. So I think it has to be a Jamal type of game. They have a small backcourt
They do.
on Utah. He has been like employing the big guard where he's just backing guys up in the post and then finishing over them. So I think this is a game where they continue to feed Jamal and try to see if he could put together a couple of games in a row. So that's why I think he eats.
Yeah, you feed Jamal to see if he can eat.
Just shove it down his throat.
Shove it down. It's got to be Jamal, right? Like he is. We just don't know Jokic. You don't know if he's hungry this time of year.
Man.
Jokic is frequently. It's like that meme of Ryan Gosling trying to make him eat cereal. He just won't eat.
I've never seen this meme. Do you know this meme?
Absolutely not.
Do you never seen this?
No.
Kale, do you know this meme?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
Ryan,
can we bring it up? Can we
Images-
find this meme? I want to see what this meme looks
Images
like.
of Ryan Gosling refusing to eat his cereal.
There's a whole other internet out there. There's like 12 internets.
It's an old meme.
Oh, it's an old one. All right. Well,
But sometimes Jokic just refuses to eat a cereal. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if he's hungry, dude. Jamal is hungry. Jamal's gonna eat.
Jamal's going to eat
Don't
tonight.
you think so?
Yoke is a horse. Just
Yeah,
like,
you
you
can
can
lead him to water, and
you
then
can
he's just
always
like,
make him
and he'll
drink.
just he'll make two people happy instead of one.
Who do you think's going to eat tonight? Oh, do we have the meme?
This is a still, but it's
I've never seen this in my life.
That's a
I've
made up
never
thing.
seen this either.
That's
We're
just
gonna-
a
I'm gonna-
movie.
That's Ryan Gosling.
yeah. It's a guy.
Never seen this.
And that's cereal?
Like a guy, it's different, scenes from Ryan Gosling's career, and he holds up cereal.
And
He always sings.
he's refusing to eat a cereal.
I am calling bullshit. I think Nikola Jokic is going to eat tonight. The Nuggets are going to need a big Nikola Jokic game in Utah, a place where they never win. They've lost 14 out of 15 there. They never win there. On the road to start narrative week, they're going to need a narrative-setting performance from Nikola Jokic, and I think he's going to deliver. This is a spot where I think he's got a big game coming. He just got a haircut. We know what that means, so I think he eats tonight.
Okay.
So they are on national television tonight.
Yeah.
That's why you get the haircut. So I'm with Harrison, man. I think Yoke, it's like when you go into the playoffs, he starts to take his three because he's got to warm it up. There's some big games on the horizon. Not that tonight's not a big game. It's a divisional game. It's kind of a big in its own right. But for Jokic personally, I just feel like he needs to start getting a little momentum. Unlike you guys, because I did watch the Winners Lounge the other day. I loved Jokic's game the other day. I
Yeah,
kind of love what he's
I know.
doing.
It's such an alt comedy take to just be like, actually, it's better when he never scores.
Well, he had 16 assists. They won by 25. I just kind of like, for me, what's the most fun Yoke? Passing Yoke. Now, you need scoring Yoke to be dominant, but you don't need it against the bad team. So
You
I
don't
kind of
need
liked
it.
it. And then I also just love this idea of Yoke being like, oh, Embiid put up 50 on Detroit.
I'll put up 6.
I put up 4. I
Yeah.
took 3 shots. Like, I'm not padding my stats out here. I'm just trying to get my team going.
He's deflating his stats.
To me, it's like creates this fun inverted arc where we're going to be like, if I was a meaner person, I'm going to put this out to you meme makers out there. It should be Yoke versus Detroit, Washington, whatever. You get the average, and it's like 14 points. Embiid, 48 points, and then Yoke's average against Milwaukee, Boston, whatever, and then Embiid, and it's DNP. Just didn't play at all. I think that would make for a good meme, or not even a meme. It's just literally what's
just
happening.
the truth.
Kind of just a graphic.
It's actually just a graphic.
Or just a
We'll call it meme.
screenshot. Just a screenshot, really.
It's actually just facts. So I kind of like that Yoke is like, he's taking the stat padding comment and turning it so far against itself now where he's like, I'm literally tanking all of my stats in 25-point wins. I think it's hilarious. But I think he eats tonight.
I do
Walker
too.
Kessler, by the way, do you remember, were you there when last year in the finals when Walker Kessler came in
Yeah.
to do an interview?
Yeah.
Yoke did not find it funny.
Yeah, he was like, "What are you doing here?"
Walker Kessler tried to be funny and cute or whatever, and I just remember Yoke
He was
being
like,
pissed.
"Ha, horses, yeah, right, horses."
And I remember Yoke was like, bro.
"Brother, what?"
So maybe he hates Walker Kessler.
It's like, brother, I hate you.
I hate you now. Walker Kessler also skinnier in person than he looks on screen.
Everybody's skinnier in person than they look on screen.
That's a very good
Everybody
point.
is.
Guys, we are entering an insane moment in our history. The Nuggets tonight start what is probably the most intense narrative stretch of their entire season. It starts now and it ends in the last day of January 31st. They are at Utah. On Friday, they come and play New Orleans, who, by the way, is the best team in basketball over the last 15 games. They are not just beating people, but dominating everybody. Indiana, at Philadelphia, at Boston, at Washington, one stinker in there. At Indiana, at New York, who has not lost since getting OG Anunoby. Philadelphia, Milwaukee, at Oklahoma City. I would bet if Vegas would take a win under for the next games, they would say 6. 6 and 5 is probably chalk for this stretch of games. That's how tough it is. And by the way, 5 of those are on national television starting with tonight. ESPN, Friday ESPN, TNT for Philadelphia on Tuesday, ESPN for Boston right after that.
Oh, my God.
The
You know what I
Nuggets-
just heard?
What?
8 o'clock starts.
You know
A
what?
lot of Richard Jefferson.
Great news. Early games because they're going to the East Coast for 2 of those. So thank God. Thank God.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, no matter what's happened with the Nuggets to this point in the season, wipe it away.
It doesn't matter.
Whatever happens in the next
They're
5
0
games,
and 0 pretty much right
whatever
now.
happens in the next 5 games, that will tell the story of the Nuggets season so far. Are you ready for this, Dev?
I'm absolutely ready for it. And also, this is where you really get to see if Yoke is really a troll or not. What if he just goes through the stretch and just goes berserk on points? Because this is where you really can start the narratives that are going to be out there of is he the greatest center and things because there's going to be so many talking heads with eyes on him. This is where he could, you're going to build future Nuggets, fans and things like that. This is where you could say how good is Denver? Did they get better from last year? We're going to hear a lot of Bruce Brown talk. I'm excited to see.
We are going to hear.
Well, they
I'm
played him
excited
twice,
to
so
see
yeah.
them.
They lost Bruce Brown.
Yeah, so you get to see those type of things. So I am excited to see the different things that come out that we've been discussing for the entire year that they're just now going to talk about. So I love that.
I'm excited because, their game, there's been a couple snoozers, I would say, in the last
Yeah, there have been.
however long, and you start
Yeah.
to question your drive and passion as a Nuggets fan night
No
to night.
longer.
But yeah, no, when the heat gets turned up and you start to, the only thing is you just hope that the Nuggets also care.
You know what we need to do? Remember how Yoke said seeing the reaction videos really put it into perspective how much
Yeah.
it is? Somebody needs to show him those right now so he's like, oh, that's right. There's people at home that really
He
care
just
about
needs
this.
a reminder of why he's actually playing.
Why do I need to go out there and dominate? Well, because all these people would be really
Yeah.
sad if you don't.
Yeah, he gets so emotional and suddenly just
I'm telling
pedal to the floor. He's going again.
Don't you feel, Wind? I mean, is there a narrative that you think is going to come out of this stretch?
There's one I hope that comes out of it, and it goes back to something Nikola Jokic said a few games ago. When he was doing a post-game interview on TNT, and I thought it was just one of the wisest, the just more genuine things he's said this season. And Kenny Smith asked him, who are the Nuggets chasing?
Ooh.
And he said, we are chasing the Denver Nuggets too. We want to be better than last year's team. And I hope the narrative that comes out of this narrative setting stretch of the schedule is that the Nuggets are a better team than they were last year. That's what I hope the narrative is. And obviously, they need Jokic to dominate. They need to dominate this stretch too. But that's what I'm hoping for, that they emerge from this stretch and everybody's saying that the Denver Nuggets are a better team than last year's version.
Hell yeah.
Honest question, D-Line. Do you want the Nuggets to be underdogs or favorites right now?
Favorites.
You do?
I want them to. I have made my stance very clear on this. I want them to act like champions all the time. I want them to strut around. I want the league to fear them. I want everyone to be on notice. It's better when they're underdogs, but I just want like a cultural shift.
Yeah.
Like I want the Denver Nuggets to be universally respected and feared. And it still doesn't feel like we won the championship.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
because it just evaporated already.
just
Like
completely-
Embiid is MVP, and like Boston, it goes through Boston. You're like,
yeah,
what?
I was just like, okay, and then I want people to just be like, God, the goddamn Nuggets, man. Like,
So you're with Win. You hope that this narrative
Yes.
stretch ends with people going like, guys, what are we doing?
yes, that's what I want.
Yeah, that's the biggest narrative into it because they are the champions, and you already have them as like the team that's favored to win it all. If they go in as underdogs, that means that something bad has happened. That means that something has changed where you're thinking they've put up a couple of stinkers. They don't need to have those. They need to be able to control and be able to run the table. He talked about the word fear. That is a big part of basketball. That's a big piece of being the champions, that teams don't want to go against you on your worst night, on your best night, anything like that. And also, they're not coming off of a second night to back. There's no back-to-backs in this stretch. You really have the ability to just control all of those narratives. I hope it also comes out with Jokic is the best center.
Yeah.
Undoubtedly.
Yeah.
That's the big
Put it to
that's
bed.
the big one for me.
Put it to bed.
Again.
Put it to bed.
Dude,
yes.
we put this to bed and it
put
just
to
wakes
bed
up.
at least 3 times a year.
Like a
Yeah,
2-year-old.
but it was not direct.
An infant.
I love the direct thing. If he goes out and just dominates
Right,
that
if he
performance,
wins in
wins
Philly,
after
yeah.
wins after
Yeah.
win, it's like, okay, come on, man. What are we doing here, really?
The narrative I want to emerge from this is that the Nuggets did exactly what they did last year in the regular season, which they gave us a stretch that told us, oh, yeah, that's right. Their best is better than everyone else's. Right now is the moment to do that. Right now, you go on this 11-game stretch and you dominate the way we think they're capable of. The rest of the year, man, like, we can relax. We can be like, all right, we saw it. Wake me up when April gets here and we'll get rolling.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't know if you read the news and the headlines.
Nope.
Netflix is releasing a new documentary a la Quarterbacks. You know that popular show Quarterbacks?
Yeah, dude, where the world got to learn just how deeply boring Kirk Cousins actually
I
is.
actually came away from that loving Kirk Cousins, but
That is, wow. No. We'll have to leave that one alone.
That was incredible. That was a perfect moment. And they selected some people, they're going to follow him around. It's a little behind the scenes. You bounce back and forth. LeBron, Jason Tatum, Jimmy Butler, Anthony Edwards, Domantas Sabonis.
got to get a Euro in there.
That last one is absolutely hilarious to me.
It is. They were like, what? Jokic won't do it. Like, can we get Jokic? We have Jokic at home.
Jokic at home, yeah, for sure. Are you excited about this, Dev?
I'm absolutely excited about this. Like, I love the idea of just like being able to see behind the curtain of like people's day-to-day life, to see what motivates them, to see the things that they don't let us into. I think that's like crazy to be able to see because these are millionaires, young millionaires that
Well,
have
LeBron's on there.
billionaires, old billionaires.
I say old, but sure,
But like these
billionaire.
are people with money that like they did not think that their lives are gonna like turn like this, and then they're letting you in to see that part of them. LeBron has had like 100 documentaries. His is gonna be a little bit different, but I also am still excited to see like the things that like push him, especially at this age. But yeah, everybody wants to be an NBA player and like live that lifestyle. But I'm sure that we're gonna see how hard they work. What their day-to-day looks like, family. I love that.
LeBron is the turd in the punch bowl for me on this one, just because anything that has his involvement is sure to be carefully crafted and curated to be a false story. So to me, I like Anthony Edwards. Oh my God, 10 out of 10. Great. The guy is so unfiltered. He's so good. Jimmy Butler, same thing as LeBron. It's like, all right, we're going to get Jimmy's version of Jimmy. We're going to get LeBron's version of LeBron. I've already heard the LeBron story. Even Tatum, man. Whatever. So I feel like they screwed up the casting here outside of Anthony Edwards. I think he was perfect. I think instead, they should have gone with a point guard's theme. They call it quarterbacks. We should call it point guards or something like that. And I tried to get somebody from every single walk of their career. Bring it up, Kale. Here's what I got. I got Tyrese Halliburton, breakout year. LaMelo Ball,
That is a big
complete
one.
goofball, man. Like, imagine a camera on LaMelo Ball this entire time.
I just want a camera in the car with him as he speeds out of the Hornets arena and runs that red
We
light.
would hate him so much. All right, Jalen Brunson, You got Jamal Murray, and you got Steph Curry. So you get small market, Tyrese Halliburton, LaMelo Ball. You get big market with Jalen Brunson, Steph Curry. And you get guys at every stage of their career. Some young guys just starting out. Steph Curry and this last bit, think about all the drama behind the Warriors and stuff behind the scenes. And I like that it's all the idea of these guys are captaining their team from the point guard spot.
I like this list. I think Jalen Brunson seems boring. But
he's a Knick. I put him in there because he was with the Knicks. And it's just cool to contrast. There was no Laker. I didn't want to do a Laker. So I was like, all right, we get the Knicks. Think about how different the LaMelo in Charlotte experience must be from the Jalen Brunson in New York experience. Night and day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Harrison, what do you got for us? What would you cast in your version?
So, unlike you, I love Jimmy Butler. I think he's hilarious and kind of fascinating. So, I would keep him on this list.
You got Halliburton, too.
I also had Halliburton because I wanted, a star level guy. So, I got him and Jimmy Butler. From the Nuggets, I took Aaron Gordon.
Yeah.
And then Klay Thompson, I think that'd be a cool angle because... Yeah. First off, he's just like a really cool, fascinating guy off the court. Get a couple episodes of him in his boat, riding around the bay.
A couple episodes.
Yeah.
And 3 or 4 episodes were just on that.
And then, Jordan Poole.
That's a great pick.
Whatever the hell he's doing, I want to know.
I almost put him on the list. I almost put him on mine, too.
However Jordan Poole lives his life, I need to know what the hell that guy's doing.
I was praying your list would have been Kevin Herter, Kevin Love,
Joe Harris,
Austin Reeves, Alex Caruso.
And then somebody just really random.
All those guys are boring as shit.
I would have cried.
That would have been absolutely perfect. D-Line, what about your list?
All right. Well, I went for comedy, obviously.
Obviously.
Well, Luka I just think is interesting, but I think he'd be hilarious. Bol?
Man, that would be terrible.
That would be awful.
That would be terrible.
Ja Morant.
I mean, he's out for the year now.
Rough,
And then Wemby. I just want to see how the world looks at Bol and deals with Wembanyama and Bol.
Yeah.
Just seeing the way that those two are regarded, not only in the league but just on Earth.
Yeah.
You want to see them have to walk through a lot of doorways?
Yeah, dude. Everybody just staring at them.
Yeah.
What that must look like. The life of Bol to me is honestly, if he didn't play basketball, I would still want to see that documentary.
Yeah. And then Jamal Murray.
Well, you said there had to be a nugget. I just like Jamal Murray.
Me too. Dev.
See, looking at your list, I'm a little bit frustrated about my list. But only one guy that I really don't want on there. I mean, LeBron, you have to put LeBron.
No, you don't.
You do.
No, you don't.
You have to.
You actually don't.
And also, I love that. I can't wait till they start coming out with his documentaries. I am excited.
Let's see. He works really hard. Family man on top of that. Does a lot. It's going to be the same LeBron crafting.
I'm excited to see it.
All right.
Anthony Edwards.
He's too perfect.
Oh
I
my
didn't
God.
want to take him off.
It is perfect.
He's a good
to put him
choice.
in there.
Yeah.
He's
probably my favorite choice of the guys actually on it.
Dude, he's the most interesting person. And
easy.
if you ask me who I actually want to follow around in this way, Anthony Edwards might be the only player in the NBA.
For
then
sure.
Jordan
That would be
Poole's
incredible.
probably.
I put Durant here, but I really should have put Zion. I really got to see him.
I
had
thought
Zion.
I really thought about
I
Zion.
had Zion and I
You
switched
could
him out for
do a
Bol.
whole
Dude.
diners, drive-ins, and
I
dives
should have had it.
style.
The only reason that I like, Durant, I feel like he's the most like other people. He's a troll. He's so online. I feel like he wants to be normal.
Durant, there'd just be a camera and he's just on his phone.
He wants to be
the
normal,
whole time.
though.
I was
really-
going to say, he's just at home sitting on the internet.
Yeah, I
Just
think he
cordial
really
with
wants to
Matt
be it.
Moore.
James Harden, I wish they had a documentary of his time in Houston.
Oh, my God.
Oh my God. They're going to the strip clubs every night.
probably
He
follow
has
the Jordan
private
Poole script.
jets and
Dev's show
stuff
might
like-
actually get the NBA shut down.
Dude, it would be insane. But I think that James Harden would be a crazy one. Like his off season, how he just gains all this weight and then comes back to life.
Yeah.
He's bigger than life, I feel like. And he really is he's a rapper without any lyrics. I think
Right.
that's
It's kinda
wild.
true, yeah.
And then the last one was Michael Porter Jr. I want to see if that's real. We talk about narratives. I want to see how he is on a day-to-day basis.
You want to
I think it's gonna be way
podcasting
more-
101?
I think it's going to be way more boring.
We see him in a lot of controlled spaces where
Yeah.
he gets to control all of these situations. I want to see what he's like without that. I want to see, what his family dynamic is because it just seems so different than my life that I need to see it.
Did you see? Was it Paul Giamatti that took his Golden Globe to In and Out? That just would be Zion. It just would be him at In and Out or whatever. But
Eating fried shrimp again.
yeah, there we are again. All right, let's do our favorite part here, where we make some money. Open up that Bet365 Never Ordinary app. Turn your full attention to Superstar Dev.
It's time to make some money. Denver comes into this game as 6.5-point favorites. I'm a little bit scared of this one. I mean, this is a team, like, we know that Utah is a tough place for this team to play. They have not been kind to Denver. I think that changes tonight. I'm going to take Denver -7.
Really?
I like it. I like it -6.5.
You heard that stat about 1-11, right? You heard that one?
I remember that.
All right.
That was before they were champions.
Okay, that's a good point. That's a
Remember
very
that.
good point.
The over-under is 238. I'm
believe I'm
shocked that
taking- I
this
just
is
follow
so
Dev's
high.
advice every time.
I'm going to go under here. I don't see Utah wanting to get out and run with this team. They can't want to. They're just not talented enough, but they do have a deep team that maybe they try to push the pace a little bit. I think Denver controls that situation. That's why I think they win by 6.5. I'm going to go under the team total for Utah. It's at 115.5. I don't think they have the pieces to score with them. I think that they have a few, pieces that can score and get loose, but I think Denver will try to corral them and slow them down. Another bet I like before we get to the props is Denver -2.5 for the first quarter.
You like that one?
I think that they control early on, and that's how you get in control. Also, Utah second quarter, you can bet that because that's when the second unit comes in. Utah's bench is good, especially if Walker Kessler's there with Jordan Clarkson.
He's good.
And those they really have a good bench. I just don't think it's the starters.
They're
that
bringing
they can have
Kessler off the bench,
Yeah,
too.
I like it. For Utah, I just feel like you always have to bet when these two players match up. Lauri Markkanen, his points plus rebounds, he goes at Jokic. He goes at Denver.
Remember that? He has the best poster of all time on Jokic. It really sucks.
I remember where I was sitting when that happened. We were right here.
It sucked. 29.5 points rebounds?
I like it. And this is a faster paced game for him, so I think he's going to try to get out and score. He also can do this in points alone. He had 33 the other night. He can score.
Did you get your marketing bet in he just gave you?
Yeah, I couldn't wait to get that in.
Yeah,
Yep,
just
I got
making
one
sure.
more for you.
Yeah?
Jordan Clarkson.
Oh, hell yeah,
Get
dude.
that one in
Dangerous,
too.
man.
Make
He's
sure-
off
make
the
sure
bench.
that's
He's
okay.
going against this second unit.
Yeah.
Points plus assists. He finally passes the ball.
Well-
It's 21.5.
Okay.
That's easy. Now it's a Denver side of
He is
things.
going to murder the Nuggets tonight. Huh? He's going to go off.
Let's start with some fun stuff. Let's go with MPJ 3-pointers.
Oh, I love
Over
it.
2.5. We just saw him, we've been wanting a Mike game. We just saw him be able to score effectively without the 3-point shot. We know that that's coming. It might as well be tonight. I think he knocks down 3-pointers. Let's add Jamal as well with the 3-pointers.
Really?
He took 8 in the last game. Made 3. He's being aggressive.
All right.
It's a TV game. They're going to do the pick and roll. He's going to knock some stuff down. So I like it.
Is Jokic at the 3-point line tonight against Walker Kessler?
Maybe.
I'll make one. Yeah, let's throw in one. KCP has more juice right now, which he shouldn't have, with all those minutes that he's playing, but he just looks so locked in. His points are only 9.5. I mean, he's been knocking down the 3-point shot and being aggressive as well. I think that 9.5 points is too low for him.
Can't do it.
Jokic has shown us that he can dominate teams
do it.
without shooting the ball,
Every prop Dev throws out, Adam's just like,
Nope, just
really?
some. Just some.
and it hits
Just some,
every
man.
time. And then he's like, "We did good tonight." Some teams aren't even worth Jokic to look at the rim or try to score. If they put Olynyk and Walker Kessler on him, he's just going to get everyone else involved. We saw that. Give me over 9.5 assists for him.
If he's
This is
getting 9.5 assists,
that means he might only have 8 points.
all right.
Can't do the triple-double.
We're not taking triple double.
He's getting a triple-double.
All right, let's take it.
He's
Let's
getting
go,
a triple-double.
baby.
Here we go.
Let's go. It's been a while. Let's go.
It's a triple-double night. Really, you have to take that if you get his assist. I have to get an AG bet in, and it's a different one for me. They have his rebounds and assists at 8.5. He could get that in rebounds alone. He could get that in assists alone. I think Jamal gets going. I think Jokic gets going. So he's going to get some assists. Rebounds is the only thing after that. He gets it. I think that this happens. The lock for me.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
We already talked about a guy trying to find some consistency and get out and score. This is the game for him. He's going to have small guards on him. Colin Sexton has no business trying to be on. He's going to back him down a lot. He's going to score when he wants to. I think that that's a good balance. We talked about Jamal Murray and Peyton Watson saying that he was trying to go for 20 assists and ended up with points. Now you have to try to make up for that. I'm going to go points plus rebounds for Jamal.
Plus rebounds?
Points plus rebounds. It's at 30.5. Oh, sorry, point plus assists.
That's what I thought, yeah,
Point
okay.
plus assists. 30.5. I love it. He can score. He can make passes. I think Jokic gets going
Lock.
in this game. It's going to be both. Let's lock it in.
Alrighty, that does it for us, guys. Hey, narrative week. It's really narrative month. It's next 3 weeks. Starts now. Gird your loins, everybody.
Hey.
Buckle up. It's going to be an intense one. Hit that like button. See you on the other side.
Let's go.
We all silly like the mayor.